Good day, distinguished Toastmasters, and guests. My name is Carissa Maynard, and I am from the Angular Toastmasters Club. I have been a member of the club since 2018, and I have taken on the roles of BPBR, Secretary, Sergeant at Arms, and now the President of the club. I joined the club because I wanted to enhance my communication and leadership skills and enhance my presentation awareness. I also wanted to overcome the feeling of stage fright, as that is something that I have suffered for a long time. And I can definitely say, since becoming a Toastmaster, it has helped me to overcome that feeling. I have also begun to become a confident speaker when presenting my speeches within my club, and I am working towards becoming an effective leader, not only within my club but within my community. Becoming a Toastmaster has also helped me to become a person that mentors persons in my community, in which I have taken on that role in mentoring young persons within the community. And doing that has helped me a lot in becoming a leader, effective leader within my club and my community. Toastmasters is something that I will definitely recommend, and I pray that many persons will take on becoming a member, because it is something that will not only help you in your personal journey, in your Toastmasters journey, but in your personal journey.
Towards the end of the meeting, because I will be back to complete the final phase, which is the evaluation. And of course, I will deliver my report when called upon to do so. And with that, I turn you back over to Mr. Toastmaster of the evening so he could begin the first part of the meeting. Over to you, Mr.
Madam
Toastmaster.
General Evaluator, wonderful. Thank you. I do want to acknowledge a special friend, Derek Garcia Rowe, DTM, all the way from the Bahamas, is here. And I also understand that there is a Christian Mingles group that has members here tonight. So if you're here tonight, give you a round of applause for being here. And if you're a first timer, never been to a Toastmasters meeting before, please put an FT in front of your name so I know that you're a first timer. If you don't mind, please. Without further ado, fellow Toastmasters, especially people like Toya. Toya, you look like you're still in college. Have you graduated yet? Maybe this year, next year, freshman. If you're brand new to Toastmasters, you will get a kick out of tonight because you're going to hear all about the benefits of Toastmasters. The first thing we'll do is we're going to have 3 testimonials. The first testimonial, I believe, is a video. Is that correct? We'll go ahead and have that video play. So, Zoom host, please go ahead and tee that up and play the video of Amelia S. Williams, testimonial number 1. Is that correct? Let's go.
That is correct.
You know, sometimes in life, we do something so naturally that we start to believe we've already mastered it. That was me with public speaking. From a young age, I was always on the stage. Reading competitions in primary school, debating in secondary school, entering pageants, and representing as a youth parliamentarian. Speaking in public felt like second nature. But as life unfolded, responsibilities grew, priorities shifted, and slowly, without realizing it, that once bold girl with a loud, confident voice started to dim. I lost touch with that part of myself. The stage felt distant, and the silence grew more comfortable than the spotlight. Then came the Black Pineapple Toastmasters. Joining this club was like reigniting a fire I thought had gone out. It wasn't just about practicing speeches. It was about rediscovering my voice, my confidence, and my purpose. Week by week, speech by speech, I stood a little taller. I stopped second-guessing myself. I realized that being a great speaker isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity, growth, and connection. Today, I no longer shy away from speaking. I welcome the opportunity. I'm not just bolder, I'm more self-aware, more empowered, and more connected. Toastmasters didn't just make me a better speaker. It helped me to reconnect with a version of myself I thought was lost. A special thank you to Samantha and Jamil for offering me this opportunity to be a part of the journey. I'm truly grateful, not just for the growth I've experienced, but for the network I've built and the inspiration I continue to receive from this incredible community. So, to Toastmasters, thank you for reminding me that my voice matters, that growth is a journey and not a destination, and that girl that once lit up the room is still here, stronger than ever. Thank you.
Wow, what a testimony. That girl lights up the room. That was incredible. Even on that video, that was an incredible presentation. Fellow Toastmasters, there are so many benefits of this program. If you are a first timer, you will see that listening to these testimonies tonight, hearing our guest speaker will make you say, wow. I'll just give you my quick version. I joined Toastmasters in 1995 because I had no energy, no self-esteem. I heard somebody say something tonight about, I don't have as much energy as him. Yes, you do. You just don't know or don't use it. Back when I was in my quiet days, I used to go to the party, which is always what I talk about every time. And at the party, everybody's dancing. But I would always be back on the wall, scared and afraid to even dance because I did not want to look a certain way in front of the ladies. But once I found my voice, I would go into the club, white suit, white hat, voice loud. What's up, girl? Why don't you give me them digits of wood? And the rest is history. Only because I found my voice and used my voice mostly through Toastmasters. We're going to have another wonderful testimony from a young man that I've grown to respect and see as a powerful growth agent. He is Jaira Francis. He will give his testimony for 2 to 3 minutes. Jaira Francis, talk to us.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and specially invited guests. Today, I am well within my ambit to speak on the benefits of joining the Black Pineapple Toastmasters Club, perhaps the most polite club I've ever joined. And even though we're small, we stand tall and we wear our crown. I mean, where else can you get people to simply applaud just for saying your name? But without any further delay, before joining Toastmasters, I had some experience with public speaking through debate societies at the secondary school level, then went on to college. But that was eons ago, and public speaking had simply become something historical, and something historical that I included on my CV. But there is far much more within the ambit of Toastmasters to tap into. And so, allow me to share some of these benefits. First off, Toastmasters enables you to become a better leader. You learn how to chair a meeting properly, share with others the benefits of the program in person, and even via media, all opportunities that I was able to exploit as a club officer. Basically, Toastmasters gives you your very own soapbox, but with meeting agendas. Nowhere else are people expected to tell you, your speech was inspiring and powerful and meaningful, but, just cut down by a little 5 minutes and use more of your hands and modulate your voice and don't forget to make eye contact. It's the place where not only your speech is evaluated, but your speech evaluator also gets evaluated. So everyone gets the opportunity to grow. That's love, Toastmaster style. Also, Black Pineapple Toastmasters teaches you how to express yourself in under 5 minutes, which I am trying to do. And if you're over time, you simply get the red card. It's kind of like football, but with fewer pulled hamstrings, and of course, we can't forget the passive aggressive stares coming from the timer. But here at Toastmasters, you'll meet people from all walks of life. You'll meet Army veterans, meteorologists, motivational speakers, youth parliamentarians, teachers, company execs, and the list goes on and on and on. And of course, how can we forget that one coworker who gives a new speech almost every meeting, and it makes you wonder whether or not she sleeps. And spoiler alert, she actually doesn't. But in closing, Toastmasters has made me a better speaker, a better listener, and feeling more confident about including public speaking on my CV nowadays. So if you're thinking about joining, just remember it's way cheaper than therapy. People applaud you when you talk or just say your name. And as I mentioned, even though we're small, we stand tall and we wear a crown. And what more could you ask for? Back over to you, Mr. General or Toastmaster of the evening.
Gyra Francis. That was incredible. Obviously, the ambit of your professional experience has ranged all the way from beginning to now, and you have done a great job with your Toastmastering, so that is wonderful. Fellow Toastmasters, we are about to move into a wonderful portion of our meeting where we have a guest speaker, we have an incredible moderator, and Francois Bowen. Bonjour! Comment ça va, Francois? I'll get to you in a second, but before we do, I know we're at Black Pineapple, but right now I'm enjoying some decadent, delicious, bright candy apple red watermelon. It's sweeter than Black Pineapple, probably. Is very moist and delicious and wonderful. It's so good, I'm just sitting here and enjoying it in the background. That's how good Toastmasters is to me. I don't know if y'all have watermelon in the tropic, maybe. I know y'all have guava and all different types of melon, but right now I am behind the scenes enjoying this bright red, crispy, delicious snack, and it is so wonderful. And that's what I think about Toastmasters. It's a delicious snack. Melissa Hamilton knows all about snacks and all about incredible time in Toastmasters, and she can tell you this is what the sweetness is of the Black Pineapple, the sweetness of the watermelon, and the sweetness of the Toastmasters program. So if you're brand new to the program, welcome to the smorgasbord, because this is what it's all about. I am going to ask Francois Bowen to come on and start her wonderful presentation with her guest speaker. We all know Francois. We all know she's wonderful. And right now she is going to give us an incredible presentation. The floor is yours, Francois.
Welcome to, I was about to say, welcome to the Antigua. Welcome to Antigua and Barbuda. My name is Francoise Bowen. Yes, and I am so happy to be a part of Black Pineapple Toastmasters Club, and we're going to have an exciting time. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth I have this backdrop? Don't worry. You will see why. Don't worry. Don't worry. But I have a question to each and every one of you. How many of you ever heard about, you heard about Toastmasters? Okay, you heard about Toastmasters. But then you ask yourself, Toastmasters, what is this about? Can anybody just open your mic and tell me, when you heard about Toastmasters, what's the very, very, very first thing that came to your mind about Toastmasters? Anybody? Let's go. Let me hear you. Shout it out. Shout it out. Shout it out quickly. Let me hear. What was your thought when you heard about Toastmasters? I've heard persons said that when they heard Toastmasters, they thought that it's about toasting of bread. I've heard that before. And, they're thinking they're going to be having tea. But anyone, when they heard Toastmasters, what was your thoughts? Anybody? I think I saw a hand raised. I see Michelle T's iPhone. Your hand is raised. You want to answer that question, Michelle? Okay. All right. So I guess her hand is up by champagne and fireworks. Okay. 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 District Director Elka Price, you hearing that? Champagne and fireworks. Someone thought Toastmasters is bad. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so guess what? Toastmasters is actually that, but in a unique way. Why do I say that? Then you just heard 3 testimonials of persons who spoke about Toastmasters and the benefits. Now I'm going to share with you quickly on doing my screen share, just asking the host to just allow me to share my screen. I'm going to share something with you about what is Toastmasters so everyone can understand exactly what Toastmasters is about. And it's, as I said, you're going to learn a lot about Toastmasters, the champagne, and what you're going to get from it. The benefits of Toastmasters is priceless. And here I'm going to let you listen to this video, and please let me know if you're hearing it clearly.
Toastmasters International is a nonprofit organization that has helped millions around the globe build confidence with public speaking. Since 1924, our Learn by Doing program will give you improved communication, public speaking, and leadership skills, all while building confidence for your next big presentation, whether it's in person or online. From those looking to change to those just looking to give a boost to their career, we know how to help. Build confidence in you. Visit toastmasters.org/find to connect with one of our over 16,000 clubs, meeting online or in person.
All right. So you just heard that ad from Toastmasters International about what Toastmasters is about. Distinguished Toastmaster, the newly elected District Director in District 40, Distinguished Toastmaster Tracy, spoke about the love of Toastmasters and how it came to being. Now, if anyone knew who he was before, you would not believe that this is Toastmaster Tracy with a high position in Toastmasters and love music. Now, here is another example. There was a member of Toastmasters. The reason why they became a member of Toastmasters was because they wanted to elevate their life. This is a real true story. It's a lady, and she was living with her then boyfriend. Now, you would expect that if I want to elevate my life, my boyfriend would be all happy. I mean, let's be real, ladies. I mean, you would want that your boyfriend or your husband is really excited that you want to elevate your life, correct? Exactly. However, that was not the case. He tried everything possible. When I say everything, he tried everything possible not to allow her to have self-development. Now, here's something that I want each of our prospective members who are on this call to know about Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a safe place organization. You can relay how you feel and even what is happening in your personal life. And this former Toastmaster, she did that. She was open and let what was happening and why she wants to better her life, why she see that poverty is not the way for her. She wants to break that generational curse. But her boyfriend, sadly, was not having it. And then the decision came. The boyfriend said to her, "Is it me or Toastmasters?" And guess what she said? Toastmasters. Yes, she said Toastmasters. When she started Toastmasters, fellow leaders and guests, she was just a cleaner. And when she began to take the Toastmasters journey seriously, she became a housekeeper in a hospital, in the hotel. And then she continued to take a Toastmaster journey seriously. Then she became a supervisor within that hotel. After, she's now into emails. And every time she completed a project speech, a pathway, guess what happened? She had an email to her boss. And as she keep growing in Toastmasters and keep growing in Toastmasters, and then she left the hotel. And guess what, fellow Toastmasters and guests? She now owns she is one of the highly sought after entrepreneur within the hospitality industry, where she is contracted, having her own business, and making dollars upon dollars. And when I say dollars, I'm not speaking $1 and 00. I'm speaking about those thousands of dollars. And she contributes her success to who? Toastmasters International. Fellow leaders, prospective members, sometimes you're going to be faced with decisions, personal decisions within family. Should I? Oh my, he's the breadwinner or she's the breadwinner. What should I do? But for her, it paid off. And I share this story to help someone right now who is wondering, I really want to develop my personal life. I really want to develop my professional skills, but my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife, just not allowing me to. Think of where it will take you. Now, there was a survey that was done through Toastmasters back in 2024, membership survey. And in that membership survey, it spoke primarily about what members are getting out of Toastmasters. And I'm going to share with you exactly what is said about this survey. And you will see why from that example that I've shown to you, spoken to you about the benefits of why you should become a member of Toastmasters. It's a thing that is happening right now as we're speaking. My screen is shutting on and off, on and off. But guess what Toastmasters has taught me? To be prepared and speak from the heart. Now we do have our single ready to mingle within the chat. And you want to learn how can I approach him or how can I approach her on the feet right before you at this moment. These are one of the things that you are taught, how to speak on your feet at the moment's time. Now, in this survey that was shared in Toastmasters, the membership survey, out of 70%, one of the things that they've recognized, 5 out of 8% have recognized that their personal goal progress. They had this rapid progress. And here's an example. there was a former president in another country. He was looking for employment. He was employed for at least 3 months and he just didn't know what to do. But being a part of Toastmasters, he put on his resume as one of his doing outside, one of his social pleasure, being a member of Toastmasters. And guess what? You got it correct. That particular company called him for an interview and hired him on the spot. And he asked them, how come you called me and hired me quickly on the spot? And they said, Toastmasters is a reputable organization. We've heard so many good things about Toastmasters International. And when we saw that you had on your resume that you're a member of Toastmasters International and the things you've accomplished through Toastmasters, we knew for a fact that we we're going to have someone of honesty and integrity working with us. The benefits of Toastmasters. Now, another thing about Toastmasters, another benefit from the survey is that you have real world learning opportunities. In Toastmasters, you're learning how to use Zoom. We're all online. We all have Teams. We also have Google Meet. Now, there's different ways how to use online meetings. And using different softwares, Toastmasters teaches you how to navigate and how to use it correctly. Now, earlier, I was able to show a video through my screen share. These are things and more that you will learn. Now, I have a question. Anybody, let me ask anybody, you can answer the question. Have you ever attended a meeting, whether at your workplace or any other meeting online, and you realize that they're not understanding how to use Zoom presence? Anyone, whether you're a seasoned member of Toastmasters or not, what I would love for you to share your feedback on your feelings when you're in a meeting and you realize that, oh my goodness, they need Toastmasters. Anybody, quickly. Anyone. You can unmute and share your experience. I am going to call on, let's see, I see Stuart Bridgewater. Are you flexible of wanting to answer this question? Have you ever been to a meeting and what is happening in this meeting for the Zoom online? Have you ever been to that? And share your experience. Stuart Bridgewater, are you there? All right.
I'm here.
All right, go right ahead. Tell me how you feel.
Well, it's something that I deal with fairly often. There are persons, there are meetings. I quite often have to attend Zoom meetings, etc. And different persons using, even sometimes the hosts, run into a lot of problems with Zoom. Sometimes they're fighting to mute, to unmute. They need persons to be talking, but it's locked, so persons cannot unmute, etc.
Right.
Sometimes it gets a bit frustrating, and sometimes you just want to step in and say, "Oh, no, you should do this or you should do that," but it's something that you have to control because it's not your meeting. You want to offer help sometime, but it may appear you don't want to appear as a know-it-all or anything.
Right. And you just allow them to, and you're just like, okay, let me see how I can help in some way, even after. And that is a classic example. And one of the things about Toastmasters is that you are taught how to use online presence. And when you become a member of Toastmasters, you learn how to you be effort with just wonderful in using your Zoom presence. And I really thank you so much for giving your feedback and your reality about it. Now, another thing that we've recognized about Toastmasters, the benefits of Toastmasters, as leadership experiences. In other countries, you have presidents, prime ministers, and members of cabinet who are in Toastmasters. That's right. But Toastmasters is not just for government leaders. Each and every one of us in this room, we have a leadership role, whether as an entrepreneur or working with your coworker. You might be a supervisor, or you might be a hairdresser. You may have persons who report to you, or you may indeed have to be that individual who have to report to others. The leadership experiences that you learn through Toastmasters, you gain soft skills that you cannot in any way experience just like that. Now, our current Toastmaster of the evening, District Director-elect Tracy, do you know the Toastmaster of the day, what it means in the real world? Master of ceremonies. We all go to events, ball, gala, graduations, and we have functions. And you can be paid to be a master of ceremony for an event. You ever thought about that? Think about it. Now, here's another benefit with dollar signs as well that you gain from Toastmasters. A book writer. There are thousands of Toastmasters who have become authors, publishers, coaches, and change careers. There's a rich network in Toastmasters that although you're here in Antigua and Barbuda, or you might be in Guyana, or you might be in Florida, you are actually allowed and given the opportunity to meet different leaders in different parts of the globe through Toastmasters. So you might be like, I'm a hairdresser and I would love to understand more about how I can reach out to clients outside of my country. And right there, say you're in Australia in a Toastmasters meeting, someone in the speech might be like, I would love to meet a hairdresser who know how to handle hair texture like what I have. Boom, right there. You can be, and my name is, and you're able to say, I have a hairdressing company. I can be able to assist in some way, give advice. You understand? The networking is so rich. Now, another section that I want to also speak on is the skills that you learn. For example, as a sergeant of arms, that's a hospitality, treasurer, finance, vice president of education, human resource management, president. President, you are working on the whole field itself. Vice president of membership, secretary, and so much more. All of these skills that you are gaining in these roles help you to gain the dollars added to your name. Now, I'm going to call upon none other than Toastmaster Dinish. Now, Toastmaster Dinish, he is from Canada. He's from India, sorry, but he resides in Canada. And he is an author, speaker, and professionally qualified inspirational HR leader with more than 25 years of global HR experiences, both in North America and India. Dinesh is a founder and CEO of Brilliant Minds Group, BMG, a not-for-profit organization caring for the socio-economic well-being of the newcomer and international student community. The mission of BMG is committed to your growth. We are better together. Dinesh attributes much of his professional success to the learning he has received at Toastmasters. He is currently member of 3 different clubs in 3 different districts of Toastmasters. In his Toastmasters journey, he has held various leadership roles, including area director, membership director, to name a few. What is an area director to our prospective Toastmasters? Area director is someone who is over a set of clubs in their country. Let's link it now. You're a CEO and you have several companies that you manage. He has also facilitated workshops at District 60 Toastmasters Annual Conference. Dinesh was recently awarded Community Service Award by District 123 Toastmaster. Dinesh's vision of life is, let's build community together. And we're going to listen to him. And he's going to share with us in 10 minutes how Toastmasters has benefited him, or how benefits of Toastmasters that he has gained. And we will be free to also ask questions when he's through. So Toastmaster Dinesh, I hand the virtual lecture over to you.
Thank you, Francois, and the Toastmasters of the day. Are you guys able to hear me? Perfect. My apologies, technology, bumps on us once in a while, and today happens to be that day. Okay, but I really appreciate the kind words that the TMOD said. It says, we need to listen to your voice. So here I am. The topic today is benefits of Toastmasters. We all have heard it. Video testimonials, Francois has said this, TMOD has said this. I'm going to share with you my journey of the Toastmaster. I joined Toastmaster in 2006 for the first time. Now, like many Toastmasters do, after 18 months' time, I quit Toastmaster. Priority changes, stuff like that happened. I quit Toastmaster. 2010, I joined Toastmaster again. Again, after 12 to 18 months' time, I quit Toastmaster. But at that time, one thing that I realized, you can get out of Toastmaster, but you cannot get Toastmaster out of you. Once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster. We heard from TMOD that he's been a member of the Toastmaster since 1995. Guess what? 30 years. That's a long period. So I joined Toastmasters back again in 2019, and I have been continuing since then. It's been about 6 years. What has Toastmasters given it to me? The vision of the Toastmaster is we empower individuals with effective communication and leadership skills. So what I'm speaking today, do you think I was like that in 2019? Oh, when I did my icebreaker speech, I was shivering. But more importantly, Toastmasters helps you build your communication skill in a very supportive environment. When I did my icebreaker speech, I thought I nailed it. People were clapping. I was super excited. At the end of the Toastmaster meeting, every Toastmaster, you get the opportunity to have a mentor with you who could be either a VP of education, or the VP of education could assign you to somebody. In my case, the VP of education decided to be my mentor. So he took me by a side and he said, Dinesh, great speech. However, I think you could have delivered this speech in at least 2 different ways. I mean, half speech today and half speech later on, because there was too much of the content in your speech. Supportive. He then helped me redraft that speech. But he not only did that for me, I had to make a presentation at my full-time job. I reached out to him, and this individual then helped with me or supported me in building a presentation that I had to deliver to senior managers of my organization. The guy worked with me for 1 week. We rehearsed it, the speech. What happened when I delivered that speech or that presentation at my full-time job? People were amazed that, hey, how did I gain that kind of a confidence, deliver such an effective presentation? And I said, Toastmaster. But the important piece part of it too, those of you who are new to Toastmaster would understand that there are different paths in the Toastmaster. You have a leadership development, you have effective communication, you have so many, and every path has 6, 7, 8 speeches that you have. So, you get to practice and you get feedback, you work on to it. But the other important piece part of it, as Francois was saying, in Toastmaster, we have a process. So you start a Toastmaster to build your Toastmaster journey by taking on a role at the club, VP of membership, VP of PR, eventually becoming a president. And then from president, you then go on and you become an area director. From an area director, you become a district director. From a district director, you go on and take the leadership role at the district level. All this is done, which helps you in your personal life and your professional life also. In my case, the journey has been similar. As I said, have had the positions of being the membership director and the area director, but my life has been a little different. Inspired by the vision of the founder of Toastmaster, Ralph Smedley, that how one man vision, hundreds year back, he formed an organization to help people build their leadership skills and communication skills. I started a not-for-profit organization to support the newcomers and international students that come to Canada. I don't know how many of you know this too. Canada is a land of immigrants. 500,000 people come to Canada every year to make Canada as their new home. But, moving from one city to the another city has its own sets of challenges. And in this case, you're moving from one country to the another country. So our organization helps these individuals creating pathways for their long-term success. Toastmaster helps you build the necessary skill sets, which then helps you not only in your professional life, in your personal life. So I can't tell you, after joining the Toastmaster, how great the relationship I have had with my spouse, with my children, with my siblings. I can go on and on sharing the benefits of the Toastmaster. And I always encourage individuals that if you are looking for growth in your personal life and professional life, your number one learning should be join Toastmaster. Back to you, Francois, Toastmaster Francois. I'm open for any questions anybody would have it. I'm here for next couple of minutes time. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dinesh. You just heard from another real life example of how Toastmasters has been benefiting him personally and professionally. I'll be sharing in the chat the survey, the membership survey, and also be sharing with you the benefits of Toastmasters, something that you can download and read. And you will not regret becoming a member of Toastmasters International. Anyone have any questions? We're not going to take questions. If you have any questions, be free to ask your questions. And we are here to answer if you have any questions. And there's something I want to say quickly, just we have a youth parliamentarian in Toastmasters. We have parliamentarian procedures, and these things we also teach in Toastmasters as well too. And for me, I'm a member in District 1, I'm a member of the Parliamentarian Toastmasters Club. And in that club itself, we also learn a lot of parliamentarian procedures. We have judges, lawyers. We have a few members as well too from the board of directors of Toastmasters as well, who's also part of this club. So to youth parliamentarians that I do understand, we may have a few who are in the meeting. You can be a part of Toastmasters that will help you as you are coming to be a lawyer as well. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you. All right, so we have anybody with any questions? Anybody with any questions, even to Toastmaster Dinish? That's a timer hand. Let me see in the gallery view. Do we have anyone with any hands up? Toastmaster of the day. Anybody with their hands up? Toastmaster of the day. I'm not.
There's no one with their hands up. However, I will take just one question for our guest speaker today. Our guest speaker, for the benefit of our first timers that are here today, can you tell us financially how much this costs and if it's a great investment for their future?
That's a great question, TMOD. I think from every club to every club, the rates vary, but overall in Canada, the annual membership for a Toastmaster club is something between 120 to 150 Canadian dollar. Now I'm talking because I'm in Canada. And one of the things that I always tell individuals, and I'm being respectful when I say this too, we all go out for dinners or social events and all that, so that much money we kind of spend in one outing. The best investment that we can always make is investing in you, and that's the best investment any individual can make, is in their personal and professional development. My father used to tell me, I always quote my father. My father used to tell me, knowledge is power. A thief can take away all the belongings that you may have. A thief can do all that stuff too. But the knowledge that you will have, nobody can take it. So invest in your knowledge, invest in your personal and professional development. And Toastmaster, what else would you get? $140, $150 Canadian, I'm saying because I'm in Canada. Okay, I'm sure you guys will have a different fee structure, but that's the best investment you would do. Did I answer your question, Timothy?
All right. Thank you so much. Because in the for $60 US, for 6 months, months, $60 US, you are building your leadership, communication, and analytical thinking skills. In other organizations, you have to pay way more just for one part. Like, for example, there was someone who was holding a communication course for 3 days, and the cost was $800. And I was like, and I'm in Toastmasters and I'm paying $60 for 6 months and I'm getting communication skills building and more. Yeah, let me stick with Toastmasters. so, so, yep,
Can I just add one more thing?
sure.
And that I would say this to everybody, those who are thinking of joining Toastmaster, is it's not the money that you're investing. Okay. It's a decision that you make for your development. And I'm a storyteller. I'm going to tell you a real story. I joined a club in India while living in Canada. And that club, I liked that club. That's the benefit of being in a virtual situation. That club was having its meeting on Sunday afternoon, 2:30 India time, which, as far as Canada time was concerned, was 4 o'clock in the morning. Sunday morning, 4 o'clock. But once I made a decision to join that club, I made sure that I attended every meeting of that club for 1 year time, even though my wife used to get upset with me once in a while that 4 o'clock Sunday morning, what the hell are you doing, man? Learning Toastmasters again? But I can't tell you what else I learned there in that club. I have made friends there, and as Francois said in the beginning, is my vision of the life is let's build communities together. I have made tremendous friends across the world only and only through Toastmaster. Why am I able to speak? Why did I get in touch with Francois? It's only because of Toastmaster. If it wasn't, I may not have ever got the opportunity to meet Francois and to all the wonderful people that you are. It's bad that my camera was giving me a challenge, and you guys can see me, but I have thoroughly enjoyed the energy of this club right from the starting with the TMOD's energy. I mean, he's blown me away. He's blown me away.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dinesh. And we will now, we'd like to say thank you so much, Black Pineapple Toastmasters, for having us to speak. And we look forward in continuing to be of added value to your club. And we look forward as well too to hear that you had some record-breaking numbers of enrollment at the end of this call. Yes, it's now 7:09. So in the next minute, you have what, 10,000 sign up? Anyway, back over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Wonderful, wonderful. Give it up for Francois and give it up for our guest speaker today. They showed their ambit of experience and wisdom tonight and shared it all with our brand new members as well as our folks that are here that have been here for a while. So incredible. Hopefully, Ericia Humphreys Crump got a lot out of that, and we hope that she joins your club at some point. I will turn control to our general evaluator, Lisa Ann Yearwood, to do her portion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the evening. Okay, we are 15 minutes behind. So I'm going to ask Madam Timer to give me add on 15 minutes to the agenda because we are way behind this time. So this will allow us to complete the meeting in a timely manner, so to speak. Madam Timer, can I have 15 minutes?
Once the team are in agreement, there are no objections.
Well, I'm asking the timer.
Madam General Evaluator, we're about 4 minutes behind. I think we'll be fine. You can press.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I was supposed to, okay, no problem. I was supposed to start at 6:56, but okay.
Actually,
right.
7:06 is when your portion starts, and we're at 7:09 right now, so we're fine.
All right, then. I will invite Madam, the first evaluator, to the virtual lectern, and she will deliver her evaluation.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I think that is my role. I'm evaluating this Toastmaster Francois.
Yes, you are.
Okay. This evening, the purpose of Toastmasters Francois' presentation was to inspire her audience. Inspire her audience to become members of Toastmasters. And there is nothing like a story which takes you on a journey to inspire you. When Toastmaster Francois spoke about the Toastmaster who was a maid and worked her way up, the power of the Toastmasters program. Had I not been a Toastmaster, just hearing her presentation, I would have been inspired because I would want to be a better me. Just hearing that story, I would be ready to say, sign me up now. Where do I go? How do I connect? I want to take my life to the next level. Toastmaster Francois, you delivered your presentation with such confidence. You exemplified what a true Toastmaster is. And anyone sitting, listening to you, would want to deliver a presentation with such confidence, eye contact, your tone, drawing the audience in as you delivered your presentation. I like that you added a guest speaker to your presentation to strengthen your presentation. And as the guest speaker spoke, not just about becoming a better you, conflict resolution. When Toastmaster Dash spoke about just communicating with the family. In life, we know there's always conflict when it comes to family. And having been through the Toastmasters program, we all are better communicators, especially when it comes to our family. And we have to relate and deal with situations which would otherwise be conflicting situations. We are able to diffuse that. How could Toastmaster Francois improved on her presentation? We got carried away with the time, and time management is key. Knowing where to move to the next level and being aware of the time is so important in Toastmasters, as we pride ourselves on being good time management keepers. So Toastmaster Francois, in your next presentation, I encourage you to be mindful of the time. It's important to get the message across, but we need to strike a balance between getting the message across and managing the time that we have allotted to deliver our presentation. Thank you for inspiring. I am inspired, and I hope all guests on the line, they are inspired to join the Black Pineapple Toastmasters. The contact information should be provided as to how you can connect. We look forward to seeing you at our next meeting. Congratulations, Toastmaster Francois.